Do you want to see what Jeff looks like right now? He looks like this.
So let's see the hero shots of Lien real quick. This is when your example of how moms take photos?
Yeah, they're like down here, and they gotta do like this, and like sometimes it just looks rough. Like,
is this how you take your photos?
yes.
Okay.
This is lunch.
This is how we start our day. All right, we're hanging out with Lien today. Today we're talking about what, Lien?
Hey.
Let's say it again.
Building relationships.
Building relationships. Today we're talking about building relationships, but before we get into that, I wanted to ask Lien a few questions. By the way, if you don't know Lien, you should, to remember her, just think of Lean on Me.
Lean on me.
Lean beef, lean cuisine.
You know, those are all really, those are really cheesy. So anyways, I'm full of dad jokes too. All right, but Lien, I did want to ask you a few questions though.
So when I first started at Shutters on Media, it was kind of just like the couple of appointments that, you know, Jeff couldn't take, Samantha couldn't take, they kind of just gave over to me, just so I can get kind of more comfortable with it. But then I realized, like, you have to get to know these realtors, and you have to be able to, like, basically sell yourself, sell your business. And so when I started going to events, it's probably after like 2 weeks that I realized, like, this is gonna be a lot more than I think it is, which is a good thing, because then I started to go to all of the events and network, get to know people, a lot of small talk, but a lot of it also helped my personal business, because I take portraits and family photos, and like, realtors have families, realtors need headshots, but also like I was there to help them get pictures of their listings. So I help them, they help me to get to know people on a different basis rather than just like, hi, I'm here to shoot your house. Most fun, I think the most fun is Lindy Burton, and every time we go into a house, it's like, what is this new adventure? We went into a house one time and it looked like it stayed still from like the 60s. Literally there's dust everywhere, but it was just so fun because like you're exploring this house and you're also trying to figure out like what are the best angles to take, how is this house going to be appealing to other people. That's my job, so I just always think of it.
You actually did a headshot session with, and she was playing a character. Who am I talking about? You gotta
So
know.
you're talking about Robin Booth. my woman, she's cool, but yeah, she has this character, Karen Houston, from East Coast Realty. Basically anything that a realtor would ever say, do, that's really stereotypical, she's done it. And I mean, Robin's great. She works really hard for everything that she's gotten. She's driven, and I think that's something that I look up to.
But we also supported Robin, and she was, what was the thing that she did
So she did stand up for an event, and I don't know, I just thought it was fun helping her market that. I like made posters for her and stuff. I also took photos, like her family photos with her and her son. So it's like nice to get to know realtors outside from being a realtor. Like, they're just cool people.
How did you find out about Lien?
A real estate team, the Baumgartner Group, their administrative person, Catherine, ended up handing me her business card and said, maybe she would work with your team. We're still trying to figure that out. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I have to stay positive, right?
Yeah.
Just kidding. No, she's great. She's family. We love her. She's great. She's family. We love her. I just am in a hurry right now. I apologize.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
See you later.
You're great, Lien. Don't worry. I was just playing around.
All right, where are we going, Lien?
Roof.
Roof. Let's just keep it simple. Well, we haven't been to the rooftop since they opened it, so we thought we'd move this adventure to the rooftop. So let's check it out. This would be so great, like right here, just have somebody stand and get that as a backdrop. I ask you how you got in photography.
I got into photography The summer of 2015, I started my business. I did senior photos for some of my friends, and it was just kind of like a side hobby, and then I realized like, oh, people could pay for this. I graduated college and did like corporate job and everything, and I realized it wasn't for me, and I was much more of a people person, and I wanted to be out doing things all the time. So I started my own LLC, and here we are. We do portraits, headshots, family photos, engagement photos, like events, and now real estate. But it was good because then it made me feel like I have a place in Shutter Zone Media to help build it and grow it.
How do you feel like being a go-giver for realtors when you're not doing appointments?
So, I mean, it comes down to being a friend. I mean, just for example, the other week it was Mother's Day, and basically any realtor that I knew that was a mom, I just messaged them like, hey, happy Mother's Day. Hope you're having a good weekend or whatever.
That's amazing.
Some of them are thrown off. They're like, hi, thank you. And I was like, you know, whatever.
You've been rocking it. You've gone to so many events, and you've just, you know, built so many relationships, and I hear so many good things, and now you're like rocking it with the, you know, the photos and the portraits. You know, she's kind of okay with it, but you know.
What if you drop the camera?
Yeah, I drop. All you would see is the sky.
And then us just being like,
Coffee?
yes, I don't just like coffee, I love it. First started, it was very like, I don't even have words for it. I thought it was good, but I was still trying to figure it out. Like, my auto editing button was my favorite button, and I felt like I did so much. I think I learned how to do more like portraits when I had like a semester long class in high school about photography, and it was just like the basics of like color correction and learning like the clone tool and stuff like that. So it's like the rule of thirds. I don't know, it's just basic things that you can easily just Google now.
When you look at your photos now compared to when you first started, what do you think?
I think they technically are a totally different photographer. I look at when I first started versus what I have now, and it's just a very different style. I go for a more warm, whimsical type of, I don't know, vibe. As opposed to what I used to, which was a lot more natural, and I wasn't really playing with colors or anything, really.
Well, tell me about Taekwondo. What have you learned out of your daily life from doing Taekwondo?
I learned, you know, to be determined. You know, goals are very important. I feel like a lot of the times we just think about really long distance, like long-term goals, and we have no plan to get there. I mean, I started Taekwondo when I was 8. I joined with my dad, and we did it together for a little bit, and then I just kept doing it. I liked it on and off, so I did it for 15 years. But you learn like the tenets of like integrity, perseverance, self-control.
This person's trying to talk. We're in the middle of an interview right now.
I don't have any money.
Welcome to Milwaukee. Tell me a little bit about yourself growing up.
So growing up, I basically was the person that always had the camera. Like my first camera was like, I don't know, like 2 megapixels, and it was intense. And I just really liked just taking videos and pictures of people. But then it started developing into like a thing where if there's community events or something, so like when I was in Taekwondo, a lot of like the black belt testings or tournaments, I would always just come and take pictures, so I was just known as the girl with the camera, and so I kind of took that upon me. And
Lien's talking about something that I was going to bring up and I totally forgot about. So what did you think about Shutter Zone Media when I trained you in the beginning? So
first impressions.
Yeah, your first impressions.
My first training, I remember this vividly. My first training session was with you. And you were like, hi, my name's Jeff. I was like, okay, hi. And you bring like half of your house with you in suitcases. So you brought like 3 or 4 different suitcases on top of a backpack. You were wearing a neon vest and your cargo pants with your designated pockets for batteries and stuff. And I was like, this is intense. This is a lot harder of a job than I anticipated, and you're just like super extra. And then the next time I trained with Samantha, and I was like, oh, this is fine.
Yeah, I kind of go a little overboard, so.
I was like, this is difficult. Like, this seems like legit.
I'm probably not the best person to train with, you know, to start with. So maybe Lien would be a great trainer. People.
I love training people.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
And
this
the tripod.
Is how I enter. And then, you know, this is cool because then once you know, are done, you can just like open this up and like, you know, just stick your camera back inside. And, easy. I was just at a house with Julie Davidson, and I love Julie Davidson. She's probably...
She is great.
She's great. She always a hoot, always looking out for me, and I'm always looking out for her at shoots. But there was a house with this giant cat. It was huge. Like, she told me going into the house, like, oh, there's a cat here, and I was just like, okay, sounds good, and we never saw it. And then when I was leaving, this dude just comes out of the stairs of the basement, and it looked like it would growl instead of meow. Like, it looked like his name, like, he would be like, yeah, you know. It was a big cat. Green. Got it. I didn't want to hit the man.
Did you get a picture of it?
No, I wish I did.
Oh, that would have been great to see.
I was gonna say, bro's big, but he moved fast for some reason.
Okay. Do you have like or even like a few like of your favorite photos that you've taken? Like, and what is it and why? One
of my favorite photos is of a kitchen, and it's not even a big kitchen. I think it's just like, it was in this house that had a lot of character, and how they remodeled the kitchen was just so nice. So I really liked it. I also loved this bathroom. I believe it was in the same exact house. So that one is also cool too because of like the bathtub and everything. But honestly, I just really love bright and sleek looking houses. Like, the remodeled houses always get me because I think they're so fun. But also the ones that have really like character and they're slightly remodeled, I think those are fun too. It kind of gives me an idea of if I ever build a house or if I ever buy my own house, it'll give you like an idea of what I want.
100%. I feel like we get lucky because we get to go into so many homes to get ideas of like what we want. You know, so dude, I've got so many notes.
How many times have you gone into a house and they're just like, hey, you want to buy it? And you're like, no. Well, they're like, we'll cut you a sweet deal. I'm just like, I don't have enough money for chicken nuggets. So, like, no.
Okay, I can't. I think the realtors that do get you as a photographer are lucky. So, and if you need headshots and if you need anything from Lien, you know, definitely book with her. And if you're going on to shutterzonemedia.com, how can they book with you?
Click my face.
Click your face.
Click my face.
And then you can get booked up with Lien here. And you do right now mainly photography. Can you do 360 tour?
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully in the future you'll see her on the schedule for doing video and possibly drone work. But
flying a small vehicle in the sky.
She's got to get UAV certified, but she's rocking the photos right now. So, but anyways, just wanted you guys to learn a little bit about Lien today, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell notification so you guys get notified. Until the next one.